Well, shit the bed! Some of you will get that reference. Hey there, folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this beer review. This time around, we're going to take a look at something from Stone Brewing. Been doing a lot of their beers lately. This is their Mocha IPA. So that should be an interesting combination. The Mocha with an IPA, which is typically two different types of bitter flavors. Mocha is one type of bitter, and an IPA usually has a different type of bitterness based on the hoppies, based on the hoppiness and the hop varieties. So, it should be an interesting dichotomy there. Let's see what we're dealing with. While I'm pouring this out, make sure to hit me up down below with a like and a share, and definitely subscribe to this channel so you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. Hopefully you're getting some informative value out of these as well as some entertainment value. This is definitely a brown beer, bit of a honey color to it, but overall a brown. Especially where it gets thicker up here. Down here, more of a golden honey color. Definitely a brown beer. Slightly effervescent, quite clear, although slightly cloudy here where it gets thicker. Keep wiping the condensation off the glass to make sure that I'm seeing actual cloudiness in the beer and not the condensation on the glass. So it is slightly cloudy through here. Not a lot of bubbles coming up from the bottom though, so it's just very, very slightly effervescent. That's interesting. I was getting a lot of floral notes up front. And if I stay up here with sniffing it, I'm getting the floral notes. But when I go in deeper, I'm really getting those mocha / coffee notes. So that's very interesting. Floral, almost fresh and soapy up here, but distinctly coffee / mocha down there. That's unusual. So right off the bat, just in the aroma, it's a sensory experience. I don't know, maybe I'm picking up on some residue of dish soap or something up here, but I don't think so. This glass has been sitting in the cabinet for several days, long enough for that to have worn off. Very interesting, because it's continuing to happen, so. That is awfully interesting. Like I said, overall, there's just the bitterness, but there are two different types of bitterness. There's the hoppy bitterness, and then there's the coffee / mocha bitterness, and they're kind of swirling around. Slightly floral, but mostly piney and earthy notes in the hops. But then distinctly mocha in the aftertaste. But then with this next sip, it's probably going to be the reverse. It's a very, very interesting taste, and they alternate. Like I mentioned before, it's like those coffee notes are swirling around with the hoppy bitterness, and they're competing for attention on my palate. I'm actually really enjoying this. I mean, simply for the complexity and the fact that it's not just evolving on the palate. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's evolving on the palate because it's not really changing as I drink it. But it's the two different primary tastes are competing for space on my tongue and in my brain. It's that revolving flavor. Revolving with an R, not evolving, because it doesn't change from sip to sip. It changes from second to second, but I'm not getting a different flavor later on. It's just two distinct flavors that are switching places. It's actually kind of a unique experience for me. For that alone, I've got to hit it with a 5 out of 5. I mean, it's easy to drink, it's delicious in both aspects. The hoppy bitterness is great, and then the mocha/coffee flavor is great. But the fact that they're swapping places every second or so on my palate, that is unique in my experience, and it's actually really, really impressing me. So this is a full-on 5 out of 5 for me. I love it. I'm starting to wish I'd bought a full 6-pack because I have a feeling that this one's going to disappear pretty quick and I'm going to be disappointed when it's gone. But that's just my opinion. I'd like to hear from you. Hit me up down below with a like and a share and a subscribe. Hit me up in the email link and the comments as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my assessment of this beer, or if you even just have some different thoughts on it. Ooh. Pardon. I'll throw a quick user poll up here with a couple of different options. You'll be able to rate the beer 1 through 5. I want to hear what you have to say there as well. It's quite effervescent in terms of the gassiness that it produces. There are not a lot of bubbles coming up through here, but there are a lot of bubbles coming up through here. I'm sure you noticed that in the video. But definitely worth it. Anyway, thanks for checking it out. Check the beer out. Hit me up with your opinion. Until next time, cheers.